What's up, guys? This is the Board Game Roamer, and I'm back with another unboxing of Aventuria. This is an expansion for Aventuria, the card game, based on the Dark Eye RPG universe. Ulysses Spiel is the producer. This is called Tears of Fire. It's a monster expansion, and it adds some more hero title cards. This is you could use this either for your solo game, where you're playing as the heroes and doing an adventure, or cooperatively, or you can use this box in a duel setting where one person is playing the monsters, which is what it says here in the back of the book. So I've got the shrink off. I have not actually opened the box, so let's open it. This is the box art, pretty cool. Super excited about that. This is going to be awesome. It's not a huge expansion, so there's not probably a whole lot in it, but it's your typical Aventuria expansion. So you have, of course, oh my, that's new, Tears of Fire. So here's your book, your standard, how to play it with duel mode, how to play it in adventure mode, what cards you'll need for that, what kind of counters you'll need for that. Talks about the title cards, and then of course there is the looks like 3 adventures, and I'm assuming that all 3 of these lead up to a fight with the dragon. Let's see here. Henchman Survival. Oh. Cool. So this is going to be different, but you do have a good bit of story, and you will get to fight the dragon. Let's see here. Interesting. There's a graphic here on the back that looks like a map, and those numbers you can kind of see, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of almost look like they correlate with these paths. So there's the Elven Path, the Dragon's Lore, the Merchant's Track. Oh, okay, so this is kind of the name of each one of these adventures. And then there's different events happening at the places that ultimately culminate, okay, with a fight. So that's cool. Then we have, oh my. Then we have, wow. Oh geez. So these look like the character cards for the dragon with its abilities, and tells you the health, different stats. So let's see here. Here's the young one. You can see there's the stats for the health, the magic, range, and melee attacks, special ability. Then you got a section here for cards. There's a little dragon symbol here, so I'm assuming that that's going to be explained here in a minute. And then, of course, counters, specific counters. Those look like the dragon tokens that it mentioned in the book, depending on the head. I'm assuming because it's a 3-headed dragon, I think in the end, that's what those counters are for each head. So then we have our box of cards. So let's start with this and see what we got. What we got is me trying to find the little place where you're supposed to start with it. You also have me not seeing that for some reason. Well, I know one way to fix that. I was trying to open it up right. Everybody saw me. I did at least try it. And while I've got this out, I'll go ahead and do the other pack. Save us a little bit of time down the road. So let's see here. What do we got? What do we got? Okay. So we have Giant Wyvern, hero actions. Lots of hero actions like take cover, provocation, look for a weak spot, And then we have, of course, our cards. And then hero title cards. Dragon Slayer. Oh, they're all Dragon Slayer. So I guess that's if you defeat one, it gives you one additional damage versus, I don't know, I can't get that to, one additional damage versus dragons. Interesting. Then we've got, now let's see, let me flip this over and do it like this. We have some, oh, this looks like abilities for the dragons, maybe? We've got Lavatar. Oh, no. Yeah. Lavatar. Hell Skillet. These almost look like different types of dragons. The Cold Death. I think that's what this is these are like different types of dragons, maybe the different dragon heads. Okay, cool. All these, right, all these are the story elements, at least in this pack. There may be more over here. And then we have, let's see. Well, they say GW. Is that a new? That's not a new. Oh, so this is the Great Wyvern. So these cards are the deck. If you are dueling and you're playing as the dragon. Yeah, that's what this is. And it looks like there's some special. Yeah, so there's several cards that are like your standard cards you would expect, right? That say GW. But you get to a point in this deck where you see these kind of more specialized cards that say fire, right? Or they say or, or they say water, air, humus. So I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe those all go together, but that's more than 30 cards, so I'm not. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there's 16 normal, non-specific cards, and then there's 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fire cards, 8 fire cards, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ore cards, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 water, 8 air. There's 5 humus, but let's remember we still have one more pack to open, so let's go ahead and open that, because my guess is that this pack is probably going to have the rest of the cards. So I guess I'm going to bet, and again, this is without really having read the rules, I'm going to bet, yep, see there's some more humus right there. Oh, there's several more. Humus, ice, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 ice. So there's several. I guess that's the dragon heads. Then ice curse. If you already picked about an ice curse, discard this card. So I guess these are cards that can somehow come into play. Curses that the worm can use that you put into the deck, probably to an adventure mode to make the difficulty a little bit harder, if I had to guess. So that's pretty good. But of course, they don't have the same back, so I'm actually going to put those over there. Then we have more leader action cards. This is Spikes, Giant Wyvern, basic, right? So deal more damage, that sort of thing. Leader, lots of leader actions. Okay. Then we have some reward cards. Oh, interesting. Oh wow, there's a bunch of reward cards. Just kind of doing a quick flip through here. So, Salasandra, talent, sorcery, reduce the endurance cost of a talent card you play during this turn by 2. All these have, they're all Salasandra, but they're different combat, sorcery, harmony, fate, strengthening. They almost look kind of like sigils, right? They all have the basic artwork, as you can see from that. But they are all different too. So that's pretty cool. Then you have Dragon Hunter, and again, looking through here, you have 6 different reward cards. It looks like one for each of the dragons. Then you have a carbuncle, dragon scales. Let's see, are all these the same? Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool. Play this card on hero's permanent armor. Its armor value is raised by 2, so it makes the armor even stronger with the dragon scales. That's pretty awesome. And then you have a 0 cost. Discard this card at the start of your turn. You gain +3 until the end of the turn and lose. So basically, it gives you a bit more endurance, but you lose a life for it. That's pretty cool. So yeah, that's actually everything. So as far as the the card, let's see, the henchman cards. All these are. Oh no, it's not henchman. So we have a number of henchman cards here. We've got some fanatic Maru cultists. Melee based, it looks like. Then we've got some fanatic Echaz priest. It looks like healers and a little bit of magical damage there. So we got some of those. We got Dragon Whelp. It's got a little bit of range damage and gets rid of cards in your hand. That's not very nice. Oh, there's several of those. All the rest of those are actually. So there's a few more henchmen. And then we've got young and old versions, 2, 3, 4, 5. Young and old versions of the dragon heads. So, for instance, Dragon Breath, the Cold Death Young on this side, and then on this side is the old. So that's pretty cool. So I guess depending on where you're at in the story, that's how that works. So that's pretty neat. Lots more, yeah. Lots more cards. Lots more cards. Lots more cards. So I think that's it. Although I am going to look up. Let me look in this book here and see if I can find if it shows anything. Head is considered. Comment. First of all, the player decides they want to play the fight against a giant worm individual in the context of the adventure. If they choose an adventure, it's played according to the usual rules with the following. If you decide to do just about the previous game, I'll take time scale from the adventure. 3 random heads are drawn. Next, use elements corresponding to 3. Pick the leader action cards. These are 2 cards per element. Make an additional face down from the shuffled curse cards, Ice Curse and Frost Shock. Hero title. By defeating the Giant Wyvern in the difficult or higher, you have the opportunity to win a hero title. Hero titles are special cards owned by a player which don't count towards her action card maximum of 30. Instead, you place them next to your hero card at the start of an adventure when playing in adventure mode, not used in duel mode. This allows you to use the special rules written on the hero title during the adventure. Cool. So place the card, the Fellowship of Dragon Hunters. Yeah, there's a bit of setup there, so we'll just have to wait till we do a playthrough. But I think this is pretty cool. So you have like the smaller version that's a young, and then an adolescent, which is, I believe, that's the art that's although it's kind of transposed, but that's basically the art that's on the. That's pretty funny. That is exactly the same art. So there's the art that's on the cover. Oh, well, it's almost the same art. Not exactly, but it's pretty darn close. Pretty close. It may be the same. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell from with the lighting that I've got, but it is actually the same thing. Then you got your adult worm, and then your ancient. So I think you put the heads down here, and then you have a group trying to fight them. So that's pretty cool. All right, that is Aventuria, Tears of Fire monster expansion. So we didn't have any heroes, but we did add a monster, and the monster is actually playable in a duel, which is pretty cool. And then now we've got this 3-headed deal, which is really awesome. So I think that's really, really neat. Super excited about this, getting this to the table. So thank you guys for watching. Definitely check out Aventuria, the card game. You can also check out the Dark Eye RPG series. It's very there's a lot of art to it. I haven't really looked at it. Robert Oren is doing a good look through of it, so I would suggest if you are interested in that, go to Robert Oren's page, check out his reviews of this to get another opinion on it. But I will tell you that he also likes it. As a matter of fact, that's how I found out about it. And you can check out info about the RPG as well. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. I'm the Board Game Roamer, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.